I'm going to be taking you through everything you need to know to succeed as a restoration shaman in the new classic era realm, starting off with the talent tree. So we are restoration, we are a healer, and therefore most of our points are going into the restoration tree. And more than other healers, we really are doubling down on this tree. 5 out of 5 into improved healing wave, reducing the casting time. 5 out of 5 into tidal focus, reducing mana cost of healing spells. 5 out of 5 into totemic focus, reducing mana cost of totems. Ancestral healing as well, increasing the target's armor whenever we get a crit on healing. 2 out of 2, reducing the cooldown of reincarnation and increasing the amount of health and mana we get back when we come back to life. 5 out of 5 into healing focus, so that our enemies have a much lower chance of interrupting our healing. And 1 out of 1 into totemic mastery. That is going to increase the radius of our totems on our friendly targets. 5 out of 5 into tidal mastery, increasing the critical effect chance, so basically increasing our crit chance of healing. 5 out of 5 into restorative totems, increasing our mana spring and healing stream totems. 1 out of 1 into nature swiftness, meaning on a 3-minute cooldown we can get an instant cast healing spell. I love this in emergencies. 5 out of 5 into purification, increasing our healing effectiveness by 10%. 3 out of 3 into healing way, where your healing wave spell has a chance, 100% chance, to increase the effect of subsequent healing wave spells on the target. And that can stack 3 times. Lastly, Mana Tide Totem on a 5-minute cooldown summons a Mana Tide Totem, healing everyone every 3 seconds. We've got 5 points left, and I'm going to put these into Ancestral Knowledge, just simply increasing our mana by 5%. And that is our talents. If you don't want to go full healing, what you could do is take 5 points out of Totemic Focus and 2 out of Improved Reincarnation, and instead put 2 into Guardian Totems, increasing those totems there, another 2 into, let's say, Ghost Wolf, and 1 into Shield Specialization, just so we can get further down the tree, and another 2 points into Enhancing Totems as well. This is more of a totem-enhancing build, as opposed to full-on healing. In regards to how you're going to be keeping your allies alive, number 1, Lesser Healing Wave. You can use this as an emergency heal for, your tanks or whoever you need it on, etc. Then make sure you're keeping up things like Tremor Totem when applicable and all of your other buffing totems. There's maybe Wind Fury, etc. Make sure we're keeping Ancestral Healing and Healing Way up on the tank whenever applicable, if you've forgotten what they are already. Ancestral Healing is when we increase our target's armor after they get a critical strike from our healing spells, and Healing Way is the one near the bottom of your talent tree, where Healing Wave has a chance to increase subsequent healing waves on that target that can stack up to 3 times. Ideally, keep those up on the tank. Chain Heal for group healing and Healing Wave for single target healing is generally what you're going to be using just for general healing. On regards to ranks, for Chain Heal, I would say rank 1 if it's going to be efficient, and rank 3 for maximum healing. What I like to do in my... Have I got WoW open? No, I haven't. What I like to do in my Voodoo is I will have, for like left click, for instance, will be rank 1 chain heal, and then shift left click will be rank 3 chain heal. So I could just alternate between each of them depending on what heal I need to use at that time. Healing Wave, again, rank 1 for quick and cheap ancestral healing and healing way buffing. And then, again, rank 4 or 5 as a medium-sized single target healing, and then your big super daddy rank 10 is like a massive single target, which you could use with Nature's Swiftness cooldown for a emergency instant heal. No, don't forget, you can also actually use your rank 1 of Earthshock as well for some efficient interrupting there when needed. If you are using lower rank spells, you could just stop casting altogether and wait 5 seconds with the 5-second rule for your mana to actually regenerate a bit. For WoW's Anniversary Classic servers, I'm partnering up with Zygor Guides to bring you the fastest leveling experience you can get. Whether you're farming, questing, or gearing up in WoW Classic, we all know it can be a massive grind, but it doesn't actually have to be. With Zygor, whether you're exploring new areas, doing dungeons, leveling, or just farming mobs, they have got you covered for the fastest ways possible, making your life also as easy as possible in WoW Classic. Zygor can overlay maps for zones you haven't even discovered yet, adding waypoints and routes so that you know how to get around the map even easier. It can also help with gearing, whether it's which quest reward to pick, or if an item in your inventory is actually an upgrade or not. Zygor can also alleviate the stress of weighing out stats and options at every single step. And the same can also be said for talents. It can actually guide you in picking your talents at every single level, so that you can work smarter and not harder. Some of my favourite features, for example, are when farming mobs and doing quests, it can actually show you different locations, so that if a specific zone is full of bots or other players, you don't have to worry. You can go somewhere else. You could also skip parts you don't want to do, coming back and into the guides at ease for the fastest leveling experience. Use my code in the description with the link Javier for 20% off. Moving on to the gear here. This here is the Pre-Bis for a Restoration Shaman. So let's go on to the helm to start off by. You're going to be doing a lot of Stratholme, Scholomance, Blackrock Depths, Spire, etc. So Stratholme, Houses of the Holy Quest, you can get the Crown of the Penitent, giving you 20 intellect and some mana regen. Tooth of Gar gives you mana regen. That is from General Drakasaf in Blackrock Spire Upper. By the way, if you look in the description, there is a link to my website where I've got a complete links to all every single spec and the pre-biz and builds, etc. on there that you can get. Mantle of Lost Hope from Lord Recour in Blackrock Depths. The back is going to be Deep Woodlands Cloak from the Hinterlands. Robes of the Exalted on the chest from Baron Rivendare in Stratholme. Loomguard arm braces from Scholomance. And then I like to go with Redemption from Cannonmaster Wily in Stratholme on the hand. Hands of the Exalted from Princess Moira in Blackrock Depths on the hands. Blackrock Spire for the belt. Stratholme or Blackrock Depths for the legs. And again, there's some in like Scholomance, there's some in Blackrock Depths. Just doing any of these dungeons, just spamming those is going to get you some really good items. On the boots, we've got Blackrock Depths as well. And then on the rings, we have a few one here on Blackrock Spire lower, or you could do In Dreams from Western Plaguelands. Going on to trinkets, we have Heroes of Old in the Blasted Lands, which is really, really good, or Blackrock Spire, Jed Runewatcher with the Briarwood Reed. Moving now on to the Biz Gear. We're basically going for some of the set pieces, of course. Earth Fury on the head. Choker of the Firelord is from Ragnaros on the neck. Wild Growth Spaulders are... where are they from? Majordomo Executus. Leatherworking Cloak. Same chest one. Flare Core Wraps, I do believe, are from a Molten Core recipe. Gar's or Aurastone Hammer is actually really good for the main hand. And then the Malistar's Defender from Ragnaros. Now, I've put together a point system here, and this is what's come out top. So, main hand and shield is actually going to be the one. Hands are the same. Corehound Belt and Salamander Scale Pants, again, from Molten Core. And the cauterizing bands are going to be Biz on the rings. Again, there is a link in the description to where you can actually get this and click and see all the different items that I've put together in order through my site. And then Shard of the Scale on the trinket from Onyxia, and the other trinket is going to be the same one there. For consumables and world buffs, you have one, the Warchief's Blessing. This is whenever somebody hands in Rend Blackhand's head into Orgrimmar. So you just need to be in Orgrimmar for this one. Resist Fire. I think it's the Spellbinders in Blackrock Spire. You need to have a priest actually mind control them and then actually put the buff on you and your allies. Songflower Serenades is in Fellwood. You basically have to do some quests where you get some salve and then you can cleanse the Songflowers and then you can get the buff by looting them. And Rallying Cry, the Dragon Slayer, is gotten from, again, handing into the capital city, Onyxia. So Warchief's Blessing is Horde only. Rallying Cry is for both factions. Scrolls, you've got Scroll of Intellect and Spirit. You can get them on the auction house. Flask is going to be Distilled Wisdom. Should be quite expensive, but, you know, fingers crossed you can actually get some of those. Nightfin Soup is your best food. And then things like Cerebral Cortex Compounds and Juju Embers are going to be really good as well. And again, if you click the link in the description, if it's working now, for some reason this link, but you can actually click and see all the different ones that you can get in order from biz to non-biz in my list here, in my complete build. And that is pretty much it, guys. If you want to join my Patreon, there's a link for that in the description as well, which means I can help you out with builds and things like that through the VIP channel in Discord. You can get all of my builds, macros, LVI profiles, and tons of extra content on Patreon, as well as, of course, supporting the channel.